Hi friends, welcome back to the Guitar Spa where we bring you all the beautiful guitars reviewed just for you. And I'm back, and this is the second video after 7 months. And we have a very special guitar. This is none other than a Martin. I love Martin guitars because there are only two types of guitars that in the whole wide world. There's the traditional and the modern type sounding guitar. And many times people said, well, right now it's modern, but we always look back to the traditional. And Martin has that history, and even their guitars, whether you have a 1960 D60 D28 and it costs a huge amount of money, any guitars from the early 60s with Brazilian rosewood is sought after. And one thing I like about the Martin guitars is their guitars, the tone, if you keep it correctly, the right temperature, set it up correctly, it just ages well. It's unlike some other guitars that I've heard that are copies of Martin that may give you a little bit of that tone, but does not age as good as a Martin. So that's my own personal reflection and experience with the Martin. And this basically is a D35 custom, they call it custom limited or custom artist Seth Avett, Avett, Sett, Seth Avett. And you can actually look at the website and so do some of the look up at all of the details of this. But let me just spec this out for you. Your normal D35 is a Sitka spruce top with the back and side 3-piece back, but this one has a lot of upgrades that are not available in your normal D35. Normally the normal D35 is not a forward shift X brace, but the one thing about, if you play any D35, you find that it's a little bit more open sounding but also very punchy. It has a very tight trebles, fat tight trebles, and this is very evidently because your normal let's say a D28 is, the bracing is 5/16 inches, whereas the normal D35 is 1/4 inch bracing patterns, which so it gives you a little bit more that the top vibrates a little bit more. And some people say that because of the 3-piece back. So let's look at this guitar. This guitar, basically you have the herringbone on the whole parameters of the guitar, as well as the herringbone on the rosette, which is very different from your normal D35. And you have a black, nice, lovely pickguard, ebony bridge, ebony fretboard. The whole guitar is bound with ivory. This one is bound ivory. Even the fretboard is bound with ivory. And this is the difference between the normal, your runaway, your normal model of D35. Instead of a spruce top, normal Sitka spruce top, this one has a exceptional upgrade. Is the Swiss spruce top that is high altitude spruce top. You can see this is a white spruce top, and the bracing is not the normal Sitka bracing, but Adirondack bracing. So it's unlike. It's unlike the normal bracing, where the Adirondack bracing, when you fit it in with this, it gives that a little bit more of that power, that oomph, that high ceiling drive, with the couple with the Swiss spruce, which is like the European spruce. It has that sparkle on the treble side, and the back and sides you have the Indian rosewood on the sides. And the back is exceptionally, it's a something special. Is you have instead of Indian rosewood, 3-piece Indian rosewood, you have a wedge here where you have the curly koa that is on the back. So what it does is, if you watch some of my videos, all the koa guitars that I've played has a special sweet mid-range that is available. So what you have is you have the deep bottom end. This is what I think in my mind, where I went back to analyze this. You have the deep bottom end of the D35, plus couple of small piece of wedge here that's just like 30%, and it gives you a little bit of that sweetness that is on this guitar. Okay, the whole guitar using a performance neck artist. Instead of 1/11/16, this is a 1/11 3/4 neck, and it's beautifully played. The neck angle of this is perfect. You can see the saddle is high saddle. You got a bone nut bone nut, and actually a tusk saddle. I've upgraded the tusk to saddle to a FMI saddle to give it a little bit more that more responsive tone. It has a Gold Plus Fishman Gold Plus, which sounds exceptionally good on this guitar. No volume control. I've just said that there isn't volume control, and also three of this copper inlays on this guitar, specially done just for this model. Instead of your Groover tuners that are heavy, this one has your Butterbeans tuners on. This is beautiful, and a lot of upgrades on this guitar, and the case on this is beautiful because it has a custom case, not your normal case, plus a plush velvet cover to cover the top. So anybody that buys this is like a collector's item because there are only limited pieces on this. One thing to note, the guitar may sound a little bit brighter than your normal D35, but when it ages, it gives you that very smooth treble. So I'm gonna just play a little bit. Lots of power on this Dreadnought, I can tell you this. Excellent sustain on this guitar, very new guitar. You find that it has a very lovely, nice bottom end and warmness, as well as that sparkle on the trebles a little bit, not too much, just a little bit of the the performer's neck. Exceptionally beautiful, and I like this guitar. I like this guitar very much, and let's couple this baby on the 3rd fret. And listen out to the test of whether a guitar sounds really good is when you start coupling it. Sometimes when you couple with the guitar, it sounds choked. So there are many of the entry-level guitars, they only sound good on the first 5 frets. Beyond that, they struggle, you struggle trying to get the guitar to really sound good. But I think this one is not that fantastic. It's not in a sense difficult to get the sound out. But remember, this is a Dreadnought, it's not a fingerstyle guitar. It's very different from a Goudor where they shine at the upper register, whereas the Dreadnought is more on the lower register. Sustaining. Excellent fine example of what Martin is really churning out great limited editions. Let's do a bit of finger picking. A little bit soft, but not as loud as the Goodall. This guitar needs to be a little bit like whacked. That's where the power comes in. So there are some guitars that where you don't need to whack a lot, or you don't need to exert a lot of pressure, but this one you can actually, it's like this guitar say, whack me baby, whack me, come on. guitar, beautiful guitar, and in the D of it. It's more of a strummer guitar. More of a strummer guitar. There you go. The Martin D35 Seth Avett limited edition customs. I was told there were only 5 pieces of this arrived in Singapore, and this is one of the honored 5. And the owner among pick had the first choice to try all 5 and pick this 5, and this is one of the 5 that arrived in Singapore at City Music. So if you're in Singapore and looking for a Martin guitar, look for City Music, Yin Lung and Mr. Mike Mayuni. Okay, Mike, lovely friend. I mean, he let me try a few of the Martin guitars that arrived, and I must say the Martin guitars, they are getting better and better. They have upped their game because of competition, because of Taylor, because of Gibson, and all those cheap China-made guitars, but they are getting their act together. The neck angles right now, I can see that angling back. You got higher saddle. Higher saddle means that you have a little bit more impact on the tone. You get more volume because it acts like an air pump here, and it will just vibrate the top. The finishes are beautiful. They are doing, the workmanship has never been better. In fact, I think they're building. This is like the golden age of era where they are building better guitars than before. In fact, most of the companies, exceptionally, I don't want to mention names. There are some companies, they have good technology, but the guitar lacks soul. Something about Martin and is that it is a guitar. It may not look very modern. I mean, herringbone and stuff like that. For some of the young people, say, "Hey, come on, Jarvis, this is herringbone is like the old-fashioned grandfather's guitar." But when you play this guitar, you can feel that soul, that soul that is coming from this guitar. You want somebody, it's like a person, it's like you have met some people, they really look good, a beautiful girl, a handsome guy, but there is no personality, and the Martin guitars has personality. So if you're looking for a guitar, my choice is get one Martin, D25, D28, sorry, D28, maybe D25 is a new model coming up. D28, D35, all the classics, the John Mayer model, the Eric Clapton model, even the 40 and above. I love the 40 and above, and I'll do one review coming up soon. So if you like this review, you can just post some comments just below this YouTube video. Just let you have a look at the guitar again. Okay, in the rosewood, a beautiful wedge, koa wedge. This is a flame koa wedge. And it has the Fishman pickup, the gold Fishman pickup, butterbean tuners on this, and a Swiss spruce top, just not just a normal spruce, high altitude. And this Swiss spruce are very hard to get because every year it's being sold out. If you ask, and right now they're not cheap. The upcharge for Swiss spruce, like a Kevin Ryan, I know is more than $1,000 US just for Swiss spruce, and some go up from 800 and above. So, of course, Martin buys their Swiss spruce in bulk, maybe in hundreds, but this is a fairly good piece, and not just a spruce top, Swiss spruce top. They coupled with the Android brand, see, that gives you that power, that meaty stuff that you can. Is found on this guitar, and the difference is instead of having a 5/16 braces, this is 1/4, so you get a little bit more energy, about 20-30% more volume, but character on this guitar. So till my next review, I'm gonna say, live with passion, play guitar, love, joy, peace, health, and wealth to be multiplied in life. If you want to contact me, my email address is guitarsaddle@hotmail.com, and just enjoy it. I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.